Rajeshwari Chigrawal. Welcome to my channel Anytime Maths. This is my fourth video on complex number. If you haven't seen my previous video, please go through it. In this video, we are learning something interesting. Here, the question is iota power iota. Is this real or imaginary? Okay. Now, this is I, imaginary number, and the power is also imaginary. So, whole the term is real or imaginary. That we have to find here. Let's solve this question in some time. Before that, let's cover one concept. Euler's formula. In this video, I am focusing on this formula and how to use this formula to solve complex questions easily. So, this formula gives the relationship between trigonometric function and complex exponential function. Okay, let's see what it is. Trigonometric function cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay, so this function is same as e power I theta. Okay, this angle should be same, then it goes to the power. Fine, this is Euler's formula. We have seen complex number in Cartesian form, x plus iy. This is standard form. I am converting this into the polar form. In my last video, I have already taught you. So, z in polar form is mod z cos theta plus I sin theta. Okay. Now, instead of this bracket, I can use this formula and write e power I theta here. So, z is equals to mod z e power I theta. This is your complex number in Euler form. Okay. Now, what's the use of this formula? There are so many forms, and what's the use of these forms? See, whenever there is z1 plus z2 type of equation, addition of two complex number, it's very easy to use this formula. Okay? In Cartesian form, addition is very easy. Addition as well as subtraction. But in multiplication, like z1 into z2 or z1 by z2 type of questions, sometimes this formula form is not suitable because it will be very complicated to multiply two complex number and divide and all these things. So, if possible, use this form, Euler's form. This is very easy. See, when you multiply, this is first term and again the Euler's form of second complex number. Then in multiplication, two powers can be added, or in division, two powers you have to subtract. So this is useful for multiplication, division, even in logarithm of the complex number. This is our standard Euler's form. Cos theta plus I sin theta is e power theta. What if this term is negative? Cos theta minus I sin theta. Now what? See, I am bringing this equation in the form of this. So, I am sending this negative term inside of this sin function. So, I can write plus I sin of minus theta. I want two angles should be same. Okay. So, I am writing cos theta as cos of minus theta. Both are same. Okay. Now, this is in standard form. Using this, I can write this equation as e power minus I theta. So, e power minus I theta. So, whenever there is a positive, you use e power I theta. When it is negative, you should use e power minus I theta. Understood? Now, let us look at these examples. There are three complex numbers. We have to convert this Cartesian form into Euler's form. What we have to do? First convert it into the polar form and then Euler's form. Okay. Now let's see how to do this. 1 plus I root 3. Okay. We need modulus z first term and then trigonometric function. So modulus is 1 square plus root 3 square under root. That is 2. Okay. Now I am am multiplying and dividing by 2. So I'll get 2 into 1 by 2 plus I root 3 by 2. This you can convert these into the cos and sine function. This is cos 60, sine 60. Fine. 2 into cos pi by 3 plus I sine pi by 3. Okay. Now Euler's form, 2 into e power I pi by 3. Easy, right? If you follow the steps, you will get Euler's form very easily. Now let's look at this. Z2 is equals to I, just I, purely imaginary number. So I am writing this as 0 plus I. Okay. So here modulus is 1. So there is no point in multiplying and dividing by 1. Okay. Now I am converting this into the cos and sine function. So 0 I am writing cos 90 and 1 as sine 90. Cos pi by 2 plus I sine pi by 2. Here e power I pi by 2. So I is equal to e power I pi by 2. Okay. Now third complex number is 7, just 7. When there is a real part and imaginary part, the standard process. When there is only imaginary part, we have taken 0 as real term. Similarly, for imaginary term, I am taking 0. So I am taking 7, 1 plus I 0. Fine. Now converting it into the trigonometric function. 7 into cos 0 plus I sine 0. This is nothing but e power I 0. Now, this is same as 7. E power 0 means 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. So, there is no need to convert 7 into Euler's form. This is also the Euler's form, same. Okay. Here, the question is z equals to this term. Convert this into the a plus ib standard form. Okay. Now, this is first complex number, second complex number and division. How will we solve this? See, numerator is in standard form and denominator is also the standard form. I can use e power I theta term here. Then division becomes easy. So, I am writing numerator as e power I theta. Okay. Standard form. Whole to the power 4. Here in denominator negative is there, so I am writing e power minus I theta whole to the power 4. Then this division is easy, right? So simply power multiplication, e power I 4 theta divided by e power minus I 4 theta. In division we subtract powers, so I get e power I 4 theta minus of minus I 4 theta. This is e power I 8 theta. We have to bring in this form. So in cos and sine terms, cos of 8 theta plus I sine 8 theta. Easy, right? Using Euler's formula, this division becomes very easy. Now let's solve this question. Question is find logarithm of this bracket. Okay, how will we solve this? See, logarithm of complex numbers you cannot do directly. You have to bring this into the standard something easy form so that you can apply log easily. Now, here trigonometric function is there and division. So I am bringing this into the standard Euler form so that I can use division I can solve division very simply. Okay. So I am writing cot theta as cos theta and sin theta. So numerator I am multiplying again by sin theta. So this numerator becomes cos theta plus I sin theta and denominator is cos theta minus I sin theta. Okay, log of this. Now this is in standard form. You can apply Euler's and take logarithm. Okay, let's solve this. This is nothing but logarithm of e power I theta. In denominator negative term is there, so I am writing e power minus I theta. This division is easy. Logarithm of e power I theta minus of minus I theta, so I 2 theta. Logarithm of this e power, so I am writing I 2 theta into log e to the base e. This term is easy, 1. This term is 1. So your answer is I 2 theta. Okay. Logarithm of this whole function is just I 2 theta. Easy. Now let's come back to our first question. Iota power iota. Is this real or imaginary? How to solve this iota power? This is complex number. Again the power is also complex. So better to bring this into the Euler's form and multiply the power. Okay. Now let's bring this base I into the standard form so that we can apply Euler's. So I am writing base I as 0 plus I. Writing this into the trigonometric form. So I am writing cos pi by 2 plus I sin pi by 2. Okay. This we have already seen how to convert I into the Euler's form, e power I pi by 2. Now this is easy. You can solve this. I am putting this term in the base. I power I as e power I pi by 2 into I whole to the power I. So power multiplication, you will get I square. I square is nothing but minus 1. So e power minus pi by 2. Of course this is real. This is the answer. With the Euler's form, you can multiply or divide two complex number very easily, right? And for logarithm of complex number, you should use Euler's form. Then it will be easy for you to solve it. Hope you like this video. Thank you, students.